Thank you, Speaker. And my question is to the Speaker. This morning, Unifor released a report detailing the catastrophic impact that the possible closure of the GM plants in Oshawa would have on our economy, have on our community, and the province as a whole. According to the report, Ontario would experience a loss of over 30,000 jobs, and our GDP would decline by more than $5 billion. In the meantime, this government continues to sit on its hands while our community lives with uncertainty and braces for impact. Speaker, will the Premier help to put our community at ease and commit to doing everything in her power to ensure that this scenario does not become our reality?
Minister of Economic Development and Employment.
Well, thank
Minister
you, Mr.
of Economic
Speaker.
Development, Employment and Infrastructure.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I want to thank Jim Stafford and I want to thank Jerry Diaz and Unifor for their leadership in bringing forward this report. And yes, indeed, we know, and they are confirming that Oshawa really does mean tens of thousands of jobs, billions upon billions of dollars of economic development and an impact on our GDP. And that's why we're working tirelessly, Mr. Speaker, in partnership with Unifor. Our #1 priority right now is to ensure that the future of the GM plant in Oshawa remains bright. We have every reason to be optimistic, and Jerry Diaz would say, and did say the exact same thing this morning. We're working in partnership to make sure we do that. My hope is that that report, though, makes sure that the NDP recognize how important this is, and rather than kind of equivocating when we make these important investments, stand with us when we make these important investments for a change.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. General Motors has been building cars in Oshawa for over a century, but in spite of our strong history, the future remains uncertain. Ontario was once a leader in the automotive industry, but under this government, our share of production continues to decline. When the government had leverage as a shareholder, they opted not to use it. When they could have been strengthening our auto sector, they've turned their backs. So, Speaker, will the government make a real commitment to the automotive industry in Ontario and implement a comprehensive automotive strategy?
Minister.
Unlike the NDP, Mr. Speaker, we don't equivocate. We take action. And, Mr. Speaker, this government has invested more in the auto sector than any government in any generation before us. And, Mr. Speaker, we will continue to make those investments. And I'll tell you why we'll make those investments. They're working. We've seen $4 billion of investment since November in Ontario's auto sector. That's a record amount of investment. In fact, Mr. Speaker, that $4 billion represents more than we've probably seen in many years, Mr. Speaker. Things are going well in terms of our investments in the auto sector, but we're going to continue to work tirelessly to continue to land mandates. Oshawa is our #1 concern, but, Mr. Speaker, even GM just recently invested $560 million in Ingersoll. Good news. Honda, $857 million in Alliston. Chrysler, $2 billion in Windsor. Mr. Speaker, we're going to keep working with the sector. We're going to keep building.
Thank you.